related to the county Office of the Aging.
I think that might be a husband and wife sort of thing, right?
I think so too.
Yeah, but they're both very nice people.
Well,
and
she's going to be on shortly. She does a great job.
She probably won't want to answer. Yeah, she does.
Marianne Spenis.
She surely does.
We got another couple of callers here.
Good.
What do you want to do?
Keep them.
Okay, thank you, caller, for your kindness. Good morning, caller. Thank you for waiting.
Good morning, Fred. Good morning, Reed. This is Linda Spalding. It's
Okay,
good to
Linda
see you
Spalding.
on the show, Fred.
Thank you.
I wanted to make mention about the county home in DeWittville. It was on Meadows Road.
Oh, yeah?
You should really check with Devin Taylor and Chuck Kelsey because they know a lot about the history.
Well, Chuck Kelsey knows a lot about everything.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful Victorian structure. I remember seeing it. It was not being used as a county home when I saw it. It was before the land had been sold and the building was demolished. But I do know from hearsay that it was a wonderful facility. It was self-contained as far as economics was concerned. They had a farm there, and the residents of the county home, those who were able, worked on the farm, were able to do things, and it was really a beautiful concept. And I don't know, maybe regulations changed that philosophy. I don't know what happened, but it was really a beautiful, glorious Victorian structure. But Chuck and Devin would know more about it.
Okay, well, Devin Teller is a brilliant historian. He would certainly know everything.
There's wonderful history in Chautauqua County.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that thought. How's the old man over there?
Oh, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah?
In fact, he's the one who told me all about the county farm because he used to live across the street from the county farm.
Oh, did he really?
He in the caretaker's home. It was no longer a caretaker's home. They sold it, but he had that home across the street from it.
Well, I guess maybe the seniors couldn't go out and hoe the tomatoes anymore. They had to break it up.
Well,
who knows?
Well, they used to do. The ones who were capable of doing things did do things, and my impression was that people worked right there on that farm and provided food.
No, they did. They raised a huge whopping crop every year.
It is a beautiful dairy farm right now.
That's what Fred said. He knows all about dairy farms. He just sold one, right?
Yeah.
He decided he's no more of that awful morning milking.
When you have a dairy farm, you have to be there early in the morning and in the evening. My aunt was a dairy farmer, my aunt and uncle.
There's a lot of dairy farms around here, although I don't think they're doing very well financially, unfortunately.
It's tough.
It's pretty rough, yeah.
It's tough.
And we need our farms. We really do.
Yeah, we need milk.
We do.
Well, thank you, Linda, for your kindness.
Thank you, Linda.
And give my best to Doug. And,
I will, and I'd like to mention the Chautauqua County Office for the Aging. If you have any interest or questions for senior services, the number is 753-4471, and Dunkirk, Fredonia, 363-4471.
Well, all I can remember is 7534, so I just call that 4000, and then they direct me to the Office of the Aging.
Well, have a great day and a great
Thank you very much.
You too, Linda.
Bye-bye.
You have another caller.
Yeah, is that the caller there? Okay, we're waiting for the other caller. The caller will be right back.
Okay.
So anyway, Fred, I guess we kind of trampled around here. Lori Cornell, how's she doing over there?
She's doing very well.
I guess she's, what is her position now?
She's a minority leader, and I sit right in front of her, and yes, I know Lori very well.
You chat with her?
Oh, yeah.
She's a gorgeous lady. I shouldn't say that. I guess that's a sexist comment.
Well,
she's a very attractive new member.
Yeah, she is. And,
her husband's involved too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a former legislator and ran for county executive, and I believe he's employed by Fredonia College for the Center of Excellence or something. So they're very involved in politics, and we communicate pretty much on a monthly basis.
Lori used to run the office for my cousin.
And I think she'll be on the show next week.
Yes, coming up, yeah. Yeah, she's always a good show. She's very informative.
She's better looking than you and I, so she'll probably get more callers, Reed.
Oh, sure. The phones ring off the hook.
Yeah.
They all want to talk to her.
Yeah, well, that's good. Probably Kathy Young gets a lot of calls, too,
She does.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
She's a fine lady, too.
These the ladies around here that are into politics are beautiful. beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, very camera friendly. We'll put
But at
it that
least there's a few still watch you and I.
way. I don't know why they're watching us.
Well,
Nobody's watching us.
You've got more of a beard than I had last time I was here.
Yeah, well, the beard is growing out shortly, and I'll look just like John Hamels, and I'm going to call him occasionally in the morning and say, John, I just don't feel like doing it today. Take over, pretend you're Reed Powers.
And you'll probably do very well.
He'll do it better than I, probably.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but
Does a good job. Okay, well, back to the nitty-gritty here. The garbage problem. I think I'll have Horgan on, talk about that.
yeah, he's a very articulate man.
Maybe you give me his phone number or something, because I'd like to talk about that, because we do have a major problem with our landfill. And incidentally, we have the largest unfilled landfill in the eastern United States that has more room for more garbage,
It does.
which we almost sold for a song to one of the large corporations. It's fortunate we kept it. We did keep it.
Well, I think the other thing that people want to remember is when we got this landfill going, there were several dumps all around the county. So at the big picture at the
every
time,
town had one.
this was a great thing to have this landfill. And, we want to keep it always there, but it's being monitored. And there's some concerns out there, and those concerns should be researched.
But we're getting money out of it. Aren't they pumping methane gas on it?
Well, we do make a profit on the landfill. Plus, we have, I think now 5 generators co-generating electricity there. It's not making what we anticipated, but because of I'm being told the rates are down, but it is making a profit. I can give you those figures if I had them with me, but it's definitely making a profit.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
being-
speaking of energy and making a profit, I guess the last thing I kind of wanted to bring up was NRG. Now, this will bust this county if they leave Dunkirk.
There's no question.
What are you guys doing about it now?
Well, the thing that we're doing, we're lobbying, we're sending motions, and we're working with Senator Young and Andy Goodell, and
And
hopefully,
Kathy Young.
Yeah, Senator Young, Kathy Young, and Andy
whole
Goodell.
bunch of them.
But we hope that there can be some kind of money set aside that will continue to purchase power from that NRG power plant.
Well, no.
We don't want to see them mothball it. I really feel part of the problem is these environmentalists, just don't want us burning coal. And a lot of these environmental people out there are very challenging people. That's a very efficient facility. They put a lot of money into it over the year, but that will be devastating to the whole county,
Well,
not just Dunkirk.
I had Kathy Young on last week, and she said the big problem is transmission. They have no way to sell that because the lines are already overcrowded.
Well, and she probably also told you, which I found out, the transmission lines, I couldn't believe this, need to be updated.
Yeah.
We cannot transport the power. Now,
they-
that just totally blew me away. I had no
Yeah.
idea.
They can't. They haven't got the lines. They're going to have to put in new lines before anything else happens.
Yeah, and so, but they're putting new lines in along the Hudson River, which go directly from Canada, I believe, down along the Hudson River to the city. And I think she also may have told you that, but that's unfortunate, and that's almost unbelievable, isn't it, Reed?
Yes, it is, because, again, it would devastate the county, and Dunkirk would just fold up and go
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
I mean,
Yep, and this whole thing has brought us all closer together in the legislature because we're all 100% behind doing something and keeping energy plant open. So I just don't know how devastating it would be. And I
Yeah,
think
well-
people didn't think they could mothball it or would mothball it. And bingo, here's the application being put
okay.
in.
Last question. What are you going to do about the budget? Our county executive, Greg, said last year, this is a phony budget. You put a lot of the expenses from last year into the following year, this year. Now we have last year's expenses coming up this year.
Correct.
Plus all of this year's expenses. And there's no, apparently, way to raise the fund excepting just more real estate taxes.
Well, that and you've got sales tax. And the other thing
That
we're-
ain't going to change, though, they tell us.
Well, we don't know that, and the sales tax legislation was on the table to be brought off the table at the last meeting. It was not acted to bring off the table because we're still hoping that we will have the authority to go to 8% without home rule legislation. Now, we don't know that to be a fact, but right now they've told us there will be no tax increase at the state level, which included the sales tax. So it was a moot point to forward any kind of resolution through to increase the sales tax when we know that it would not go through.
Yeah.
The way we're going to have to fund the deficit is pay higher sales tax or higher real property taxes. The good thing that the legislature is working on, along with Andy Goodell, if we really can cut or increase the welfare participation, that could save us, like I said, $4 or $5 million a year. The other thing that's happened since last year with the audit of the books, we have found or come up with $8 to $10 million of funding that we did not know that was there. Now that, in my opinion, should be brought into reserves because our reserves are being depleted. So I can't sit here and say anything about next year's budget except we hope we do get a little bit of a break in the sales tax. We may get some participation in a welfare to work program that may save us some money, but it's probably highly unlikely it'll happen that fast. And I tell you, county government has cut and cut and cut, and it's just like Christine Schuyler. She's not only head of the health department now, she's also head of DSS.
Yeah, well, I saw, a friend of mine said he saw them pulling a trailer down to the county park, the Mayville Park, and it had Office for the Aging on it already.
Yeah, well, that would be Mary Ann Spanos' department.
Right.
But nonetheless, people say that you don't have county employees working hard. Well, I'll have to beg to differ because they're out there. And the sheriff's budget, that was cut back last year, and that'll certainly be not increasing either.
Yeah, he's going to take everybody off the road.
So,
Said it'd do it.
well,
quite a few patrols.
You don't have the response time with the sheriff department probably used to have, just because there aren't that many people there.
We're out of here. That's what
Well, it's been a pleasure, Reed.
Well, I want to give you just 30 seconds on your own.
No, I certainly I really appreciate coming on. I hope that I can bring some insight to county government. I'm always available by telephone. As Reed said, I've sold my dairy farm, but I'm still in the custom spray business, and I'm there to serve the constituents to the best of my ability. And I don't try to pull any punches. I just try to tell you what I know, and I went over the meeting that we had last week, and hopefully Reed will have me back in July or August, and we can bring up further
As soon as you
further
want.
update.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fred Croscut, County Legislator. I want to thank other special people. Caller, I'm sorry we didn't get to you, but you hung up earlier, I guess. I want to thank Chuck Kelsey, Devin Taylor, Chris Bart, Chris Burt, Randy Burt, Chris Remaker, Jeff Zook, Don Zenz, and last but not least, John Doc Hamels. May everybody out there have a great day, have a great week. Don't put anything out in your garden yet. May all that is proud and true and noble abide with you. I'm Reed Powers.